What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. I'm Alex, and in this video, I want to talk about a very interesting rumor. And I want to start off by just saying to take it with a massive grain of salt, right? Even everything I'm going to say, whether I like or dislike, take it with a huge grain of salt. Comes from Zuby Tech, which has been wrong multiple times, okay? They do get some things right, but what ticks me off with accounts like this is they just post it. There's no referencing to where they got it from. At first, I thought that somebody else had said it and they were just reposting it. It could be they just don't give any credit, or they just hear it and they don't say that they heard it. And so let's just show the tweet, okay? Rumor, Uncharted collection getting remastered for PS5 and PC, exclamation mark, right? It's all exciting. Hashtag Uncharted, and that's it. That's it. There's no, I heard this. There's no, I found this. There's no, somebody else said it, and I'm just quote tweeting it. None of it. So you could absolutely start off by saying it's just full of BS and just to create a conversation. Now, look, ultimately, I think it is going to create a good conversation, all right? But you have to debate whether it's real or not. Could it be real? Yes. I think the way that things have been going, it could be real. And now look, and I tweeted this, right? But I'll say it here. I am definitely more into remakes and remasters than most people, but I've kind of had like a system or like a reason why, right? So like remaking games, I'm generally more okay with than remastering. Remastering, I'm good with so long as it's been enough time, and I guess that's subjective. And also if games are kind of stuck, right? Like if Twisted Metal on PS3 got remastered, I would be actually very happy. I don't know if everybody would be happy, but I would. It's stuck there, right? I've talked long about Infamous, and they're all split up. Infamous 1 and 2 and Festival of Blood is split up from Second Son and First Light. Put them all together. If you do a remaster in that way, that's fine. And I think it's been long enough to do something like that, right? So for me, it kind of just depends. Like, could you do a remake of Uncharted 1? Yes, I believe that would be cool. I believe it's been enough time. So it depends. And I mean, yeah, it changes slightly, I guess, depending on which game you're talking about. But I kind of have standards, of why I'm into remasters and remakes. But I'm into it, I would say, more than the general person. I was fine with Dead Space doing it. I think they did a great job, etc. This would be one that I'm not pleased with. And there's two things that I could say positively about it. So we'll say those and then we'll go into the negatives. If this were to happen, the positives would be, number one, I would feel as if they're building towards something. So, I've talked about Uncharted 1's remake, the rumor of it, and I think it's going to happen. And I've also talked about an Uncharted 5, which I also think is going to happen as well, right? So I do think Uncharted is not going away. I think it's more than clear, and Sony has very much said that, basically, right, with the movie. I mean, the movie is, hey, this franchise is still going, and I don't think you keep going with the movie if you don't have games. Maybe not with Nathan Drake, but I think you have games to kind of go along with it. So that would be positive number one. By having it, it's not necessarily positive with the game itself, but by having it, I think you're signaling that you're still going to keep going, and maybe an Uncharted 1 remake comes after, which I know how polarizing that would probably be because it's another remake and it's Uncharted. So maybe you do Uncharted 5 and a remake at the same time. Like you announce them at the same time to kind of brace yourself, for the blowback there. Okay, so that would be number one, and I think that's valid. Number two is PC. So, when I tweeted this, I did get some responses that were very, very good points. Well, let's put this thing on PC because, PC has Uncharted 4 and Lost Legacy, but it doesn't have 1 through 3. I'm all for that. Put these games on PC, get it out there. Uncharted did well on PC, so I think that would be great. And, if you can open up, Uncharted 3 is I go back and forth. I go back and forth between 3 and 4, but 3 is always going to hold a special place in my heart. Let those PC players be able to play Uncharted 3, all right? Now, what I said actually to that is, this is like a caveat, I wonder if they have to put it on PS5 if they put it on PC. Like, I almost wonder if the meetings go like this. Well, we're trying to put these games on PC, right? Not just Uncharted, but we're trying to put games in general on PC. The Uncharted Nathan Drake collection, that would be a good one. That would maybe sell pretty well on PC. So, all right, let's do it. And then maybe somebody raises their hand and says, but sir, you can't put a remaster of a remaster on PC and skip the console. We're so into consoles and we're so into, which is, like I've said, that's fine, right? In the past. Okay, well, now you have to put it on PS5 because you're putting it on PC. Now, I don't know if meetings go like that, but I could honestly see, you're not going to, because I said, I would be fine if they announced this and they said, hey, it's coming to PC. I'd be like, you know what? That's totally fine. I don't care that it's skipping the PS5. Don't care at all. I could see some people caring, and I could also see the business executives caring and saying, no, we need to do that. There's just something about remastering a remaster. And I mean, we might get there with more games is the issue. Like, again, to my practice of games that I would like remastered, remade, I've long said Sly, because Sly's stuck on PS3 as well as PS2, but PS3 is already the Sly Cooper collection. So if I were to ever get my way and you did another Sly Cooper collection, now you would add 4. You would add Sly 4 to it, and it's not in, the Sly collection, but you would be, again, remastering a remaster. Now, I don't know, like, is that acceptable? I look at it as, where are the games stuck? And Sly, I think, is in a worse case or a worse scenario than Uncharted is. So I think I would, like, root for that more than I would. Does that make sense? Hopefully I'm not being, like, double-sided or double standards here, because I do kind of have, again, like, a system of how it works. So one other thing I want to throw in, though, and I saw this actually when it came out. This was a few days ago from Naughty Dog Central. Naughty Dog, there's currently an issue with Uncharted, the Nathan Drake collection, which causes the game to crash when the console is online. The only way for the game to become playable is to ensure the console goes offline. Could we get a fix for this? And I saw this tweet. I remember seeing this tweet. I don't follow them, but they, popped up on my feed. And I thought, honestly, I didn't really think much of it, because it's like, well, I haven't played it in a while, and maybe it happens for some, maybe it doesn't happen for others, but, well, whatever. But now, thinking about it, it's like, well, now, is the thing on PC and PS5 coming out in a few months? I don't know. But are these connected? Because if they're not fixing, say, a pretty serious bug with the version that's already out, are they doing it purposely? Is this a situation? And we've seen this happen with companies, right? Where it's like, well, we're just going to, that game is kind of dead. There is almost like a game-breaking bug with it. We're just going to leave it. Like it doesn't matter, because we're doing an updated version of that same game. That does actually check out. You know what I mean? That actually makes a lot of sense in how they think. It doesn't make sense really for the consumer. They should patch it. But it could be connected. It might not be. But it could. So we'll see if they do it. I think it would be met with a lot of backlash. And I think, again, maybe rightfully so. There are a lot of remasters and remakes. I know people are becoming tired of it. And remastering a remaster is a tough sell. I love Uncharted. I'm happy to see it in new places with new people, but PS5, I think so many people have played Uncharted, at least on PlayStation. So putting it on PC, I really don't think is a problem, and I would actually support. But having it on PS5 is just kind of weird. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. Make sure, as always, you're subscribed, bell icon turned on, and I hope to see you all on the next one.